Happy Monday, everyone. It's only the Apple event day. How's everyone doing? I'm going to let a few people jump into the chat, say hello, see where's everyone watching from, who's most excited today. Do let me know. I've got the cheapest version of Red Bull that I could find. It's called Red Thunder. It's from Aldi. It's delicious. Who is here? Let's go. Apple Live event day is always very exciting. But what are you most excited about? Is it iPhones? Is it watches? Is it what are we waiting for? Is it just me that's here? At the minute, it just seems like it's me. But that's fine. That's fine. I can talk to myself for as long as it takes. We've got 9 people. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know how the sound is. Say hello in the live chat. This is what we're doing. A says, are you the most excited for the iPhone 16? I am excited for the iPhone 16 Pro Max because that's the one that I am planning to buy today. Well, not today, Friday. And it's the first time, actually, that I'm going to be buying them outright. I normally have a contract with a phone supplier, but I'm actually buying my phone outright this time. Mac Mini M4 says, Korf Caspen? I'm going to say. Sorry if I mispronounced that. That's not going to be today. That's going to be at the October event, as far as we know. So just manage your expectations on that one. But it is going to be pretty cool to see the new design for the Mac Mini M4. Very excited about that myself as well. Because I'm actually, I'm using my MacBook Air right now, but I've also got the Mac Mini on the desktop here. That was my first Apple Silicon machine, and it's still an absolute beast for everything that I've needed. But who's here? Do say hello in the chat once you're here. Let me know where you're watching from, and we'll start having a chat. If you've got any questions about the event coming up, do let me know in there as well. Especially if it's regular view. Here we go. Bum. Yeah, I know. The Mac Mini M4, basically Mac event. We're expecting in October. We don't know exactly the dates, but last year it was like the 30th of October. That was when we had the Scary Fast event. This year, I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit earlier in October. I think we're probably looking around about the sort of 15th, 16th, probably for the event, so that the stuff can go on sale before November begins. And then it's got enough time then for businesses to pick stuff up this side of Christmas, obviously for Christmas gifts and stuff like that. Hello, Stefan from Sweden. Thank you very much for joining us. Very good to know you're here. This event, we are expecting the iPhone 16, the 16 Plus, the 16 Pro, and the 16 Pro Max. We're expecting the Apple Watch Series 10 with bigger displays, 45 and 49 millimeters. So if you have got small hands, so sorry about that. A is watching us from Saudi Arabia. Cool. Nice to see you. We're expecting those Apple Watches. Apparently, we've been hearing from Mark Gurman some new stuff today that potentially we are going to see the AirPods Max getting their update, which is very exciting because I think pretty much everyone was of the mindset that we weren't getting that. But there may only be one of the sets of AirPods 4th generation coming. I'm not 100% sure. It was very confusing the way that he worded it, so we'll see what happens with that. Hello, Peter from Canada. Thank you for being here. We're also hearing that the Apple Watch Ultra is still going to be Ultra 2, but it's going to get a new color, which just seems weird because that just means they're not putting the new chip inside it, because that would basically be the only difference. My only thought is that perhaps the 3rd generation is just on the way but behind because of production with the regular Series 10. That's my only thought. Maybe we get the 10 and then the Ultra comes like a month later, but would still be announced today. So we'll see what happens with that. iPads, it also looks like they're going to be coming in October as opposed to at this event, which I'm very excited about because iPad mini is something that I would really like as well. And I think this may well mean that we get an M2 chip inside the iPad mini and an A18 in the base iPad. If we see the base iPad today with A18 in it, then that almost guarantees that we will see M2 go into the iPad mini, I think. So Peter is excited for AI stuff. We will be seeing that. Like, they're going to talk about it a lot. The A18 chip is kind of built for it, and that's going to be going into the whole range, A18 and A18 Pro. Whereas normally we get an older version in the base model. Everything's getting new chips today, which is great. But some of these AI features are not going to be ready for prime time immediately. It may be that Apple Intelligence in general rolls out next month as opposed to this month. Unless you're using a beta, which you can already do. You can already play with it. I can't because I've got an iPhone 14 Pro. Although I could set my desktop, my Mac Mini, and just pretend it's in America. And then I could play with it a little bit on there. But the image generation stuff, so Genmoji and Image Playground, that's all not coming until potentially next year now. So it is going to be a little bit of a slower rollout, but I think I'd rather it be slower and work than quick and broken. As the phones get larger, would you ever envisage the largest iPhones getting Apple Pencil compatibility? It's an interesting question. I don't think so. Now, I know that Samsung does it with their S Pens and their Ultra phones and whatever sort of took over from the Notes. I don't think that's the right way to go. I mean, it's nice to have that kind of reporter style, pad kind of feel, but I think the screen is too small really for full use of the Apple Pencil. The Apple Pencil is not really for, I don't know, for the little note-taking type stuff that you do on the Samsungs. I think it's more for kind of art projects, which is why Apple has generally put it with the larger iPads, but I could be wrong on that. If you haven't said hello yet in the live chat, please do, and let me know where you're watching from. It's always good to know who we're talking to and where you guys are from. We're going to just be chatting basically up until the beginning of Apple's own live stream. There may be a couple of interruptions, just to give you a heads up. I've got one of my kids has gone out to the park, and he will be back at some point, so I might have to let him in. But yeah, we will work through it. It will all be fine. But yeah, I don't know who else is live streaming today. I've not really kept up as much as I normally do. I have a second channel that I'm about to start, which is exciting, and we'll talk about that a bit later if you're interested. But yeah, let me know what you're excited the most for. I think I would really like. Is the sound too low? We can turn it up a little bit if you would like. That is not a problem at all. I can do that right now. How's that? Is that better? Mark Games is watching. Where you from, Mark? Joe, let me know if that sounds better to you. It sounds better in my headphones actually. So, fingers crossed. Sounded a bit dead before. That's the door. Give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. And we have found a child, which is why the kitchen door is now open. Hello. Yes, so what have we got? Peter saying that it sounds good. That's excellent. Hopefully we've got a little bit more sound now. And Mark, who is upgrading this year, Canada, but living in the UK to see family. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'm going to be definitely upgrading. It is iPhone Pro Max for me, I think, unless things change massively during the event itself. It's going to be an interesting one because we haven't really... I mean, we've seen kind of some mock-ups. I think the Apple Watch is probably going to be really interesting. I think the AirPods is going to be really interesting. I'm hoping that we kind of see the new Apple Watch SE as well, possibly with a plastic body and maybe a lower price point. That would be pretty cool. He's still foraging in the kitchen. But yes. Sounds a bit better. Just... over the other videos I'm watching, I've turned it up. And from London. Oh, thanks, Joe. Cool. Right, shh now. Got noisy children here. So, yeah, we're going to have a child probably singing in the background, but there we go. That's, fun extra music that we're going to get. I haven't actually checked Mac rumors today. Let's have a quick look and see if anything new has been announced. Right. So, iPhone 16 Pro is now expected to start at $999 in the US despite recent $1099 rumor. Excellent. So not a price increase. We like that. Apple Park's new observatory revealed ahead of the new iPhone 16 event. Don't know what that's all about. I wonder if it's something to do with space. Are they doing some space stuff today? I know we've had satellite stuff in the past. And to be fair, with this event, we will probably be getting another introduction to SMS via satellite, which is something cool. Price guess for the UK. I actually think we might get a cut on the prices in the UK because we had really bad exchange rates last year. So I think it was like $10.49 and $11.49 or $12.49. I think they might go down to like $9.99 and $10.99 again, which would be awesome. Or $9.99, $11.99 because you get $256 on the biggest device. That would be my guess. But we will see on that one as well. And that obviously won't be announced at the event either. That would be something that would just appear on the website once we get to the other side. And we will be doing a post-event live stream as well, which is obviously a bit more fun. This one's the one where we kind of guess what's coming and where we have a good chat. And then afterwards, we can actually break down whether we like what happened. And that will be starting basically as soon as the event finishes. So I've got it set for 6:30 UK time. So an hour and a half after the event finishes, which is my guess on what time the event will finish. But it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours. They tend to be around about 80 to 90 minutes, so not too bad, I think. 14 Pro was $10.99 and Pro Max was $13.49. Yeah, so if it's $11.99 for the 256, cool. Yeah, so it would be the same price as the 15s then. That's fine. But yeah, I knew there was a bit of a difference that was going on in the pricing in the UK for a little while. But yeah, cool. Yeah, so watchers and stuff like that. Who else is here? Have we got more people? No, we haven't. Do hit the like button, though, if you are here. This is the new studio, by the way, which we haven't live streamed from before. I think this is the first live. And the singing child is walking away. So that's good. And I can close that door again in a minute. But yes, let's have a look. Matt Rumors, anything else big going on? After 12 years, Apple may finally discontinue EarPods, the wired headphones. I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense that would be going away at some point very soon. The Apple Store is already down ahead of its Glowtime. Tim Cook has started to tweet to say, yeah, it's going to be exciting. Although I think that was on his way to the gym this morning in America, which would have been at like 4 a.m. for him because he's very, very early riser, Tim Cook. But yes, I will be hanging out on X throughout the event itself. Obviously, we've got 50 minutes to go. Apple event has not gone live on the system yet. I will be watching it with bated breath to see when the actual video starts to join in. But we've just got the lovely animation right now. And over on X, anything good going on? No, I don't think so. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun event. What's everyone's favourite tech channels that you're watching on? And by the way, I'm actually streaming this from iPhone 14 using continuity camera, in case anyone minds. We've had a little bit of quiet time on the channel just recently. I've got a lot of stuff here to review, though. We've got a WeFun 3D printer that I've been building parts of the studio with. We've got some cool stuff from a little partner brand called Clean My Tech, which they've sent me some cool stuff over to check out. We've got a vacuum cleaner that arrived. I don't really know why we got a vacuum cleaner, but we have. So we will review it. They wanted to send me a vacuum cleaner to review. I will review your vacuum cleaner. But I just desperately need a chair. Since I've redone this studio, I really, really need a chair to go in here. Has anyone got any recommendations in the chat for chair brands that I could talk nicely to? I mean, I don't mind buying one if I need to. That's not a problem. This is weird. Normally there's loads of people here and there's loads of questions. So please do fire away any questions you've got on Apple events down in the comment section. It keeps the conversation going very nicely and means that I seem less awkward, which would be a win as well. Here we go. Herman Miller used. Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't thought of looking for used chairs, actually. But yeah, Herman Millers are very very well respected. And they just started doing more gaming type stuff as well. Have they got, like, RGB and stuff in them? Which, you know, as you can see from my office, I kind of like. Yeah, there's lots of stuff around. But yeah, like a brand new Herman Miller is like $1,600. That's quite a lot. But, you know, what's the cost of a working, usable back, I guess. Let me know that we've just got a few new people just coming to the stream, so do let me know down in the chat where you're from, where you're watching from, and any questions that you've got about today's event or Apple in general. We have got another event coming up in October, almost certainly, which is where we'll be seeing our iPads and Macs and all of that good stuff. But it does look like we may well be getting AirPods Max today, which is pretty exciting because we didn't think those would be coming. It looks like they're going to have better audio. They're going to have USB-C, probably new colours. Hopefully new colours, because otherwise it's really hard for me to show that we're talking about the new ones on any kind of video. It's really difficult to show. Yeah, it's just a big 2 next to it. But yes, I think we're now 45 minutes away from the Apple event. It's getting very exciting. Is it getting tense for you guys? You want to upgrade the iPad mini so bad, says Peter. Yeah, me too. I do think that M2 is the way. I think it makes sense for it to be M2 this time. And I don't think many people are saying that. There was some people that I've seen saying maybe an M1, but that doesn't make any sense because they're not really making M1 to go in anything anymore. I think the M2 is the most likely because the iPad mini is essentially a smaller Air, and the Air got an M2 because the last Air before the M1 was the A14, and then the year after that we got an A15 in the mini, and then we went to M1 and M2 in the Air, so it should make sense for us to get an M2 in the iPad mini, and that would be ace. That would be so good. Just imagine doing Stage Manager on an iPad mini. That'd be hilarious. Hey, Hughes is here. Oh, hello. One of my regulars. Good. The YouTube algorithm showed me a great-looking chair and gaming case brand a few days ago. Check out Fractal Design. Okay. I'm going to have a quick look now. Fractal Design chairs. Let's see what they... Okay, that does look kind of cool. Yeah, that is very gamey. The Fractal Design Refine. Ooh. I probably should show you this on the screen, but nothing's actually loading anyway. So we'll move on from my my chair adventures. Kyle Dodds, hello. How long does it take for iPhone to be available? Typically after the launch like this in the UK. In South Africa, it's typically a couple of weeks if we're lucky. So in the UK, we will get the announcement today. This is according to what normally happens. Presumably there won't be any difference today. But we will get the reveal today. We will get orders opening on Friday this week. So that's the 13th. Friday the 13th. Lucky. And then shipping to everyone on Friday the 20th. So next Friday. And there shouldn't be any delays. It's an official UK launch at the same time as the US in general. So unless there's any sort of massive shipping delays that we're not aware of, which there's been no kind of rumours of that happening this year, I don't see why there would be any problems with that. I mean, with Vision Pro, it was like a slow rollout, and we've now got them into the UK. Has anyone used Vision Pro in the chat? Be really interesting to hear your thoughts on it. I've spent about an hour in it. It's quite good. Quite enjoyed it. But yeah, all being well, should be next Friday, and that's when it will be in my hands, in my sticky little fingers. But the reviewers in general will have it at the end of this week, and then there's normally a curfew, not curfew, what's it called? Embargo, that's what they call it. There's normally an embargo, which is when you are allowed to release your reviews, and that is normally the Tuesday before it actually goes out to ship. Iron Man Tech says, since the 256 will be the base size, do you think we will get a new big max storage configuration for the Pro iPhones? Not 100% sure. So 256 has already been the storage level for the Pro Max for the last couple of years, I think, or certainly from last year. And 128 for the base last year. It looks like we might be going up to 256 for the base iPhone Pro. However, Marcus Gamantus has kind of said today that the price isn't going up as far as he knows, which suggests that the storage won't go up either. We kind of thought it would because of the rumour that the price was going up, but maybe not. Maybe not. Hey Hughes, though, I found it's best to go and see a back care specialist retailer and try before you buy. I got a fabulous chair from a retailer that was half the price of Herman Miller that they had in stock. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I don't have a bad back, so it's not actually a problem for me at the minute. And I'm deadlifting a lot, so I'm actually building the strength in my back quite a bit at the minute, which is good. I've been doing a lot of time at the gym, which if you've been on my Instagram, you'll probably have seen. Yeah, we had a couple of weeks in Jersey, which is when we were making the videos from the kids' room with the bunk beds. That was quite exciting. Everyone thought I'd been banished, but no, we were just on holiday, and I went to the gym every day, and I enjoyed it very much. I do like my gym time now. It's good. We have 23 people watching. That's not so bad. Not so bad. Again, if you haven't said hi, do say hello in the chat. We're all very social here. We're all good friends, and we can have a good chat about what's going on. And my son is in the background shouting, "No, we're not," because he doesn't want to be friends. Sorry, guys, you can't be friends with him. Yeah, so I have got a second channel which will be launching in the next week or so, which is exciting. And I did put up a thing on X to see if anyone could guess what it was going to be about, and nobody got it. So you can have a little guess in the chat here if you want. Someone said, is it going to be about me bottle flipping? No, that's a thing that I do for work, so I don't want to do that on a YouTube channel. Obviously, this is the main tech channel. There is going to be some crossover to the other channel, but there's actually, yes, there is a clue in the background of the video at the minute, but it is quite small. Oh, that might have given it away. A slightly... Oh, hang on. It's almost go time. I mean, glow time, says Dog Nerd. Hello, Dog Nerd. How are you? Yeah, it is. I've got the stream up. I'm actually using 2 different computers right now, all from my MacBook Air, which is great because this is why we have things like universal control. And we're also using continuity camera for the video. This is coming through my iPhone 14, 14 Pro. And then I've got the Mac Mini up on my big display up here, and my little MacBook Air here, which honestly I was trying to just plug it into to the main display, but the cable decided to not play today, so we're using 2 computers instead. Here we go. Peter Hartman is saying stand-up comedy. No. I haven't actually done any of that for a long time. No, so it was. I've done two spots of stand-up, and this is my stand-up mic as well. This is the same one that I used. But no, it's not a stand-up comedy channel. Good guess though. Very good guess. I would like to do some more again. It's time. He says, starting an extra YouTube channel with another hobby that takes up a lot of time. But it's time that I can do at home. So when there's children in the building, that's that sort of thing. iPhone event. What will Tim say? What will be the first words out of Tim's mouth today? Will we have a fun introduction that's... is Apple going to be able to top having a bunch of guys parachuting out of a plane? I don't know. Oh, Peter Hartman also does comedy. Oh, cool. I will have to have a look at your channel. Let me see if I can grab a link, but probably not because I'm on other... No, can't do that at the minute. Yeah, but I will definitely check out your stuff. If you have you got comedy on your channel, that would be awesome if you do. Or go to channel. There we go. Let's have a look. I'm gonna stalk you now. Oh, no videos yet. Okay, Peter. But yeah, I will definitely have a look. Oh, here's some of my songs. Cool. I'm excited. Now I'm looking forward to seeing this now. Yeah. So yeah, I did ultra comedy for the Birmingham Children's Hospital. That was last October, I think, late September, early October, and then yeah, I did one other like little open mic thing since then. But I will do more because I do like it. But no, my new channel is actually going to be tabletop wargame stuff. So Warhammer 40,000. It's something that I used to play when I was younger, and I sold everything when I moved to Dubai to work over there. And then just recently, it seems to have had a huge spike in popularity, and that might be partially Henry Cavill's influence, and it might be partially some other stuff. But yeah, there's a kind of magazine part work that's coming out that's got all of the kind of a build your collection over the weeks, and it's actually cheaper than buying the models directly, but obviously you don't get to choose which models you get each time. So it's an interesting way to get back into the hobby, and I just kind of want to take people along on the journey with me, and it's something that I can play with the kids and stuff as well. So we have another message. Hi Dave, greetings from Romania. Best wishes to you and your loved ones. How are the boys? Yeah, they're good. Apart from one of them's kind of noisy in the background. I don't know if he's still here. There you go. Hello. That's Ted. So yeah, the new YouTube, is it gaming or hardware? It's kind of gaming, yeah. So it's tabletop gaming, but it's going to be the Warhammer 40,000 universe in general. So it's going to be a bit of miniature painting. It's going to be a bit of... in fact, I painted my first couple of miniatures yesterday. Do you want to see? Let me know in the chat if you want to see. But there will also be like the 40k games and some of the computer game stuff and things. But yeah, let me know in the chat if you want to see the models that I painted yesterday. It's the first time I painted any for 15 years. And I've got dice. So, because you get all the good stuff. Pop this ring back on. This is my new funky ultra human ring, which I'm also testing at the moment. This is the titanium, and this thing basically tracks all your vitals, lasts about 6 days on a charge. So you saw the GPU behind. What GPU? There's not a GPU. There's no GPU. There's a bit of that is actually from Macintosh Classic. But yeah, here we go. So this is the first mini that I have painted in 15 years. And yes, that is an Apple logo on his shoulder, because we are going kind of Apple themed, lots of Easter eggs, that kind of stuff. I don't know how well focused this is going to be. But yeah, there we go. These are going to... Oh, Rob Lincoln's here as well. Hello, Rob. But yeah, focus on that. There you go. Yeah, you can see what I've been doing. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. Oh, are you talking about this over here? This is a mat. That's not a GPU. It's just paper. Yeah, so I'm going to be painting some miniatures. We are being invaded. There is an invader in our midst. But yes, we're going to be doing that sort of thing. Space Marine. Oh, you power gaming fool. So, the reason that I have a Space Marine is because... Yes. Number one, Ted's going to be playing with me. But he's going to be playing Tyranids, at least initially. So, this is another... This one's not finished yet. But... gives you an idea. So, Games Workshop has just brought out like a part work magazine type thing where you get miniatures each week. The first one that you get was like £3, and you got the 2 kind of hero miniatures with it. Not too bad. So I've got a couple of extra copies as well, so I can give them away potentially on the channel. There's Ted. Yeah, he's now foraging in the fridge again. He's gone back for more snacks. Right, here we go. How do you feel about Johnny Ive teaming up with OpenAI to design an AI-powered personal device? Well, I was actually in one of the CEX or SEX stores here in the UK the other day, and someone actually bought one of those teenage engineering. What was the bright orange thing? The second one, not the AI pin. The rabbit, AI rabbit. AI sussy. Okay. Yeah, somebody was actually buying one of those for like 150 bucks, and I was just like, why? Because they don't do anything. I don't imagine that this OpenAI AI-powered actual device will end up coming out. Number one, because Johnny Ive is very excitable when it comes to making cool stuff that maybe isn't as practical as was originally thought. Yeah, at Rabbit R1, that's the fella. Yeah. But also, I feel like, having seen how awfully the Rabbit R1 and the AI pin from Humane have done, I feel like they might just go, no. This is an app that needs to go on people's phones. Like, we are not going to get to the point where we're replacing people's phones with that AI thing. I don't think that's going to happen anytime in the next decade, I would guess. Ted is very noisy. He's a very noisy boy. I don't know if you can hear, but he's shouting no skibbity because he's young and watches YouTube. Skibbities are sussy. And some others. What are you... He's actually up on the kitchen counter in the cupboards, being very noisy. Yeah. We are now 30 minutes away from the event. It's getting very exciting. I don't know if anyone else is as excited as I am. Last year, I don't think I was that excited, and that's basically because I wasn't getting anything from the event. This year, yeah. Leap down, Ted, leap down. Huh? There he is. Yeah, last year I just wasn't getting a new phone, so I was kind of like ambivalent about the whole thing. This year, very excited. Very much more excited. Something keeps buzzing. I am excited. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, let's see what else we've got. happy that he's feeling good and got energy. Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, because I haven't spoken about Ted for ages, he had leukemia when he was 2, and 3.5 years of treatment through COVID and all that sort of stuff. But he's really good now. So yeah, he's leaping all over the place and very exciting. Should we do some betting on the event? Make it more exciting. What are we going to bet? What are we going to do? What would you like to... What should we wager? My eyebrows are not up for grabs. I'm not John Prosser. But yeah, let me know what you think. AI is this generation's pet rock. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Tamagotchi, all that sort of stuff. Like, they're making a comeback, aren't they? But yeah, pet rocks, that was a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, Peter, what do you want to wager? What should we put down? What's going to be our bet for this event? I would really be excited if we see just the base iPad get an update with that A18 chip, because then that basically confirms to me that we'll be getting a M2 iPad Mini. Sorry, at the other event. Did you see Gurman interview yesterday on Bloomberg TV where they downplayed the 16 and basically told everyone to wait for the 17 instead? No, but Gurman's getting wrong a lot just recently. I mean, there is definitely differences coming with the 17, because that's hopefully when we're getting the iPhone Slim / Air / whatever it might be called. But that's not going to be a hugely big deal. It's not going to be super premium. It's going to be one camera, probably a worse screen, very thin. Battery life's probably going to suck. So it's interesting. But yeah, I ignore that. I don't care. Event will be less than 1.5 hours, $20. Ooh, interesting. I think it's going to be there and thereabouts, like exactly 90 minutes. And when does that start from? Is that from Good Morning, or is that from like when the zoom down starts? Or it's difficult. I think it's going to be there and thereabouts. There's a lot of people just arrived, so there may be some more backgroundy noise, but sorry about that. In the old office, I used to have a door, but there's no door over here to the lounge now, because we haven't got the stable door thing not stable door? Barn door. The ones that slide. We haven't got that yet. Can't wait to get my new iPhone 16 and finally upgrade from my 7. You're still using a 7, my man? That is commitment. You've committed to the bit there. Event will be less than 1.5 hours. I think it's going to be more. I do think it's going to be more. I could go $20. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good event though, and I think there is going to be a lot of talk of Apple Intelligence, and a lot of it's going to be like coming later this year, which is going to be really annoying. We're not going to see the Ring. We're not going to see. I mean, there maybe a new HomePod Mini, maybe a new Apple TV that's a little bit better. I don't know. It's very difficult to know what's most likely to come. I wonder who has gone to Apple Park this time. Is there going to be... So, at the WWDC, we had, like, a couple of big names from the AI industry there. I wonder if there's, like, celebrities there this year. Or anything like that. I think the thing that I'm most excited to see would be stuff like the Apple Watch SE. I think that would be really cool to see. And especially if it is plastic. I kind of want it to be plastic now. And I know there's people that are like, oh, it's not premium. But I think if you can make a cheaper one and you can make it a bit more fun, I think that would be good. I think that's good. Right, let's see what we got here. Guoming Cheese post about the Apple Intelligence update having the biggest impact on the share price. Yeah, I think that's going to be... So Guoming Cheese Apple Intelligence updates had more of an impact on the share price than Apple talking about AI. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I haven't seen this Bloomberg thing. I might have to have a look. Rob Lincoln is saying next year might be a huge leap from ASI, from Apple Silicon as they move to a dramatically new process. Is that? Are they? I didn't think that was going to be this quick, but maybe it will be. That would be awesome if it is. Stefan Haglund, hello. Will be interesting to see if the iPhones will be interesting enough for me to upgrade this year from my old 11, or if I have to chug along for another year again. I mean, there's definitely going to be a more interesting thing next year with that slim iPhone, with iPhone Air, whatever we're going to call it. Am I going to audio stream through the event or just comments? So, no, I'm not even going to keep this stream running. There is going to be a new stream that starts at the end of the event. James Apple is here. What's up? What's up, James Apple? Very cool, very cool. iPhone 16 Air, yeah. So that's the one for next year. Doc Node has also said we need to replace my 2017 27-inch iMac. Thinking about a new Mac Mini, but that is for another month. Yes. So Mac Mini next month, we assume, sort of middle to end of next month. You may be using a 2017 iMac. I'm using a 2013 iMac. So it's one before it went to Retina display even. And that is going to feature on my new channel because I was playing Space Marine on it yesterday, which is great fun. And one of my favourite computer games of all time is Dawn of War, which is, again, Warhammer 40,000, but Command and Conquer-ish. So that's really fun. So those games are going to feature on it. There's also a game that only came out last year called Bolter, or Bolt Gun. And it's basically Doom with Space Marines, but like the old school, like 90s shooter Doom, and it looks awesome. And I really want to play it as well. So there's going to be some of that as well as the actual miniature stuff coming on the channel. So yeah, exciting times. Lots to look at, lots to talk about, lots to play with, which excites me. And we are now 21 minutes away from the event starting. That's exciting. Right, I'm going to refresh the apple.com/events page because sometimes something starts earlier on there and you never know. I mean, I know it's not going to be the main event, but you know, sometimes stuff appears and you can kind of see it coming. So I just need to make sure that I don't miss the beginning because I want to watch the whole thing. But yes, I will be commenting throughout on X. So do follow me over there. It's iCaveDave. Also on the Instagram is iCave_Dave. TikTok, iCaveDave. There's no underscore on that one. I don't know why there isn't. It would have been nice to have them all the same, I think, but I didn't. So there we go. That's what happened. Let's see. Anyone got any more questions? Any more comments? In the live chat? Let me know what you want to know, what you are most excited about, where you are watching from, because we are now up to nearly 40 people watching, which is quite nice. As I say, I'm going to be getting the phone. Probably the Pro Max is the plan at the minute. So going back up to the big size. I've been using the 14 Pro since it came out. And before that I was on the 12 Pro Max. So I've had big ones, and then I went back to a smaller one, and I'm going to go back to a bigger one, I think. Unless for some reason the smaller one makes more sense to me. AirPods Max 2. Yes, they're actually coming today. Maybe I'll wear my AirPad Maxes. Maxi pod pads for the post stream. That would be good. Yeah, so that is scheduled for 6:30 UK time. No, 7:30 UK time. So an hour and a half after the event starts, because I think it's going to be about an hour and a half. And if it's miles different from that, we will start the stream early or late. In fact, we will start it by an hour and a half after the event starts, and then it'll be like a whole screen. So do come back. Make sure you ring the bell. Set the reminder thing. All that sort of stuff. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be really good. The children are getting louder. Hopefully they'll be really tired by the end of the next one. We won't have a Hermes edition Apple Watch, as Apple has another partnership with a high-end brand. Do they? Who is it? Tell me. Why don't I know about this? Why are you keeping secrets from me, James? These are all questions that need to be answered very quickly. Yeah, I think through the event itself, it's far more important for us to watch it and pay attention. And I'll be making notes so that when we come back on the stream, we can have a good chat. And then I can make an actual video after that, talking about the best bits and the worst bits and what I'm getting and what I'm not getting. And if my plans have changed entirely. Wanted to see how they integrate Apple Watch, Watch AI, texting, and AirPods. Yeah, so this is the bit that's confusing me, right? Glowtime. Glow suggests the new Siri, which I think we all got that from the edges. The time, that suggests Apple Watch. Is it telling us that we're going to get the new Siri on the Apple Watch? Which might be a thing that they can do because of new chips going into the Apple Watches. But then Mark Gurman comes out and spoils it by telling us that the Apple Watch Ultra isn't going to an Apple Watch Ultra 3. It's going to be a 2 with a new colour on it, which makes no sense whatsoever. Because if that's the case, then it won't get the new Siri, so it will be in quite objectively worse than the base Apple Watch, which has just caught up with it on size as well. So, what? It doesn't make any sense to me. Does that make sense to any of you guys? I would have thought that the new Apple Watch, potentially cellular only, gets the new Siri so that it can bounce off the server when it needs to. Was that me just putting my thumbs up? Cool. But yeah, we will see. We'll see what they do with that. But I'm not convinced about this Apple Watch Ultra 2 staying around, but with a new colour. It just doesn't make any sense. Am I crazy? Apple Watch Jacquemus edition is supposed to be the new partnership, replacing the Hermes edition for Apple Watch. Okay, I don't know what Jacquemus is. I'm not a fashion person. You might have noticed this with me. That's not my forte. Although we've got some great t-shirts in the store. iCaveDave.com/merch. And you can get the cool Cupertino ones and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm not a fashion person, so I don't really know about that. The only reason I think it might have happened, if that is what's happened, is that because of Apple not wanting to do leather anymore. Maybe Hermes were like, no, but we do leather. And Apple were like, no, but we don't do leather. And they were like, yeah, but we do leather. Just seems strange. And there's obviously no reason that... Oh, we've got some dancing going on in the background. Cool. Yeah. There's no reason that Hermes couldn't carry on making Apple Watch bands. Just not officially through Apple. But, yeah, I don't know. It just... Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. But also, does anyone really buy the super premium ones? I don't know. I can understand in terms of parts management that they might need to reserve the new chips for their higher end devices. Yes, but the Ultra is the highest end device, right? Surely. No? Okay, I'm confused. Had to step away because the kid came home. Do we have a bet? Yes, we do. Yes. So you've got under 90 minutes. I've got over 90 minutes. But we need to work out what the start point is. I'm saying as soon as the video starts, which is normally a couple of minutes before, when it stops just being the logo and it starts moving. Do we have a deal? James Apple, Hermes was a Johnny Ive relationship and not an Apple one. Oh, well, that makes sense, because it was Johnny that really wanted it to be super high fashion and wanted to do the $10,000 gold editions and stuff, didn't he? And then everyone realised that, no, it's actually like a fitness band. So yeah, I mean, so I've been using Apple Watch Series 7, which I bought used, and also first generation SE, which came out at the same time as the 5, I think. So that's 5 years old, pretty much. This one is like 3 years old, but the battery in this thing is horrendous. I've managed to string it out a little bit more by turning off the always on display and that kind of thing. But yeah, Tech Hub UK. Oh, hello. How are you? Start is right when the event starts. Yes. Okay. So when it goes away from being the spinny logo Apple thing on the page, and like it's the length of the video file that they put out, right? That's surely the easiest way to do it. Cool. Yeah, $20, all yours. Yeah, like the battery health on this watch is like 80%, whereas the one on my SE that I had, that's existed for like 2 years longer, and I wore full time, is better. So this is not great. You're about to win $20 from iCaveDave. Well, we'll see, won't we? Unless you don't work at Apple, do you? If you've got insider trading doesn't count. If you already know, if you've already watched it. But yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, we are 13 minutes away from the official start time. Let's see what's going on. Has the video? Oh, we've gone to the video stream page now. Technically, the video has now started. This is now event stream, so start my stopwatch. Yep, the event stream has begun. I'm pleased to tell you that the 5 tech YouTubers that I follow that are live at the moment, I chose you. Oh, cool. Who else did you choose? I don't know who else is live because I'm not looking at that stuff. But yeah, who were the other 4? Sorry, he's here. Lol, not an insider. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. When it's 89 minutes long, I'm going to take you down. So, he's here. So, I love the fact that they put, like, a compatibility list for the video underneath it on apple.com.
Cool as me. You should subscribe to Warhammer channel when it's out.
iCave Games is the other channel, actually.
I'm in it, so you should subscribe to it.
You are pretty real, aren't you, dude?
Please.
You can be in the channel when we do that one. Cool, right. Yeah, the Apple event stream, the compatibility list is here. The stream is best experienced on iPhone 7 or later, iPad 5th generation or later, iPad Touch 7th generation or later. They still talk about that. Using Safari on iOS 12 or later. A Mac using Safari on Mojave or later. Streaming to your Apple TV requires an Apple TV 2nd generation or later. 1st generation Apple TV, you can't watch it. Sorry, guys. Or an AirPlay 2 capable device with the latest Apple TV software. Other platforms may also be able to access the stream using recent versions of Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge. Apparently you can't watch it on Vision Pro either. That's very disappointing for the 7 people that have got one. Right, Luke Miani, Zone of Tech, Tom's Guide, and Brandon Butch. I know Tom's Guide. Obviously, I know Luke Miani. Everyone knows him. Zone of Tech is one that has they really dropped off recently. I know this is controversial, but I haven't seen much from him recently. He was massive at the same time as like Unbox Therapy and stuff, but I haven't seen much of his stuff popping up for me. Maybe it's just my algorithm being broken. And Brandon Butch, I don't actually know. Sorry, I've not heard of him. Is that bad? Who does everyone else watch? Who's your favourite tech YouTuber? And you don't need to say me. We are now 9 minutes away from launch, I guess. 40 people here. Hi, everyone. Hi, 40 people. And yet we only have... But like, what, 6 likes or something? I'm so unpopular. But yeah, Apple Store is all down. Let's see what happens. Has anyone got any crazy predictions for what we might see in this? This FPT. Have you seen me and John when we've chatted a couple of times in the past? He's a good guy. We like Johnny Prosser. And he keeps shouting me out in Genius Bar, which is fun. Always fun. We've had Sam Cole on. So, yeah, the podcast needs to come back as well, doesn't it? I haven't done that for far too long. FPT again. Oh, it's just my own child ringing the doorbell from outside, so that's okay. I haven't got to answer that. Yeah. His documentaries are epic, absolutely. Yeah, John's doing an incredible job. And Jern and Byrne. And they've also relaunched their podcast as well, so Recycle Bin on iTunes if you're bored. And they're going to be doing it at least for a year because they've got sponsors and stuff. One day I'll have sponsors. Yeah. I like him more because he shouts you out. Oh. Yeah, so John gave me my first super chat when I did one of my live streams right at the beginning of my channel, like probably, I don't know, a couple of months into doing it. I had no idea that anyone really watched my channel, and he jumped in on a live and gave me a super chat, and that was pretty awesome. Like, I was like, but surely not like the real John Prosser, though, from FPT. And he was like, yeah, it's me. He's a good guy.
I don't know where they are.
You don't know?
Can you look for my flip-flops?
Not right now.
Please.
I can't go and look for your flip-flops right now. So, I think we can, should we just wrap this one up now? And we will... Oh, Tailosive Tech. Tailosive is actually one of the guys that I watched right at the beginning. It was during the John Prosser Tailosive battles that I got into watching more tech YouTube. Because I only started this channel in 2020? 2020? Yeah. Yeah, that would be it. So, yeah. We are going to wrap this stream up. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for watching. And we will be back as soon as the event is over. So go and grab yourselves a coffee or a drink. Put your feet up. Make sure you are comfortable to watch the event. And I will see you on the other side. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you all.